Ignite is an ongoing series of speedy presentations. Each speaker gets only 5 minutes and 20 slides that auto-advance every 15 seconds.
Welcome to Code City, home of the world-famous $100 document. This Ignite talk is about the law, about codes that we have to obey in our daily lives. And by codes, I mean things like building codes, fire codes, public safety codes. Public safety codes are the laws that most closely touch our daily lives. These are the building, electrical, fire, plumbing codes, crucial industrial codes like the regulation of boilers, combustible fuels, gases, things that we really have to pay attention to. Now, as a citizen, you are presumed to know the law, to understand it, and to obey it. The courts have been very clear, ignorance of the law is no excuse, and if you're going to obey the law, you have to be able to read the law. But did you know that the law is a $10 billion a year industry? Some of our most important laws, like these building codes, are claimed to be the private property of the code people who want $100 per copy. Now, the theory is that these model codes are created by private organizations and they claim copyright. And this purportedly private property is then adopted by reference by government. That's the legal theory for this slide I hand, but the theory is nonsense. The theory is really that there is a big business out there. The nonprofit International Code Council makes $47 million a year in revenue. They pay their CEO $500,000 a year. The head of the nonprofit National Fire Protection Association gets paid $800,000 a year. Now, the theory is that if we don't give the code people all this money, they won't have the resources to make high-quality codes. What they say is they need the money. Take away our money and people will die, is what they say. They really do say this. But that's just total nonsense. It's nonsense because the $800,000 a year fire chief doesn't make codes. Volunteers make those fire codes. Fire professionals, builders, emergency workers develop the fire codes, and they use their codes in their daily work. It's an integral part of their business. It's an integral part of what they volunteer for. And the fire code is just one example. The internet is based on technical standards. OSHA regulates safety in the workplace based on technical standards. These codes are our laws. They are the rules of our society, the operating system of America. These technical standards would happen even if they weren't hidden behind a cash register. It costs $1,100 a set for the California Public Safety Codes, preventing libraries, homeowners, kids studying for a new profession from reading the laws. Charging for public safety codes, like charging for laws in general, is not about public safety or an informed citizenry. Charging for codes is about extracting rent, about giving people a concession on the public domain. This is not about the public good, it's about private gain. One of the things we've learned with the internet is that when you build crucial infrastructure on open standards, that infrastructure becomes much better. The internet succeeded because anybody could read the code and improve it. Open source leads to better standards. Making the laws available with no restrictions is a fundamental part of American jurisprudence. The laws must be available to all. This means the opinions of the courts, but also legislative statutes, executive regulations, and this principle applies to all three branches of government. Making the law available for all to read is a fundamental part of equal protection under the law, of due process under the law. You can't have equal protection if people with a credit card get better access than people that don't have a gold card. John F. Kennedy said our government must be transparent, our laws must be known, not arbitrary. JFK said our government in all branches at all levels must be a shining city upon a hill. Ronald Reagan also said our government must be a shining city upon a hill. They don't agree very often. Allowing private actors to maintain copyright over technical standards hurts government workers as much as citizens. Most civil servants don't have the deluxe packages that they need to access the laws, which are the raw materials of our democracy. Making the law available is about democracy and justice, but it's also about innovation, about government as a platform for new businesses. Giving a monopoly on our laws hurts innovation as much as it hurts justice. Tim Berners-Lee invented the web. People ask him why he didn't take out a patent and get rich. Tim says it wouldn't have been a World Wide Web. It wouldn't have scaled. It had to be open because it's public infrastructure. Because the law is clear that the law must be available, my group has been posting as much of it as we can. We just posted the California Public Safety Codes for 2010. Open source America's operating system isn't just a good idea, it's the law. Deborah Bowen, our Secretary of State, says that we can really change the way people own our country if they know how it works. The law is how our country works. Own your country, make it better, read the law, and if you don't like it, change it. Thank you.